Happy New Year. Great day 2020. 2020. What an amazing year. In 2 years, I'll have my 50th high school reunion. And across the years, I've gone to the reunions and I've reconnected with a lot of my old friends. And it's been fun. We enjoy getting together. I went to a party that one of my friends, Maggie, put on not long ago. Had a good time seeing a lot of kids that we all grew up with, but I was laughing about it. I was thinking, this is the decade, 2020, that I'm going to go from being, wow, if I die, Eric's dead, I can't believe it, to, oh, Eric's still alive? I thought, there comes that spot in life where you think, wow, I can't believe he died so young, to, oh, he was still alive? I didn't know he had lived this long. And I thought about what a morbid way to look at life. Last night I was thinking I could not think of any particular New Year's Eve. And then Pastor Ken started posting videos of old New Year's Eves. And I remembered my New Year's Eves with youth groups when I was a youth pastor. We used to plan them out so specifically. And at Central Community, Pastor Ken was in charge of all of them. Praise God, except for a couple of years before Ken took over on that, and Jeff did, I think, one. I don't even remember who else did one before that. I think I was involved in some of them before Ken, but other than that, once Ken was there by 92, which has been 30 years now this year. I'm not 28 years, however many years that is. Before that, I was a youth pastor, though, and in Long Beach on New Year's Eve, we would have huge parties. I would rent ice skating rinks, that ice skating rink that was out in Paramount, Iceland, or whatever the name of the place was, Skateland, and we'd go out there and we would play broom ball. We'd play broom ball. I would literally rent the place for the whole night. It was ridiculous. We'd have pizza delivered to it. It was a blast. And then I went to Indiana, and so I found an ice skating rink. We'd rent the ice skating rink for part of the night. We'd rent the YMCA for part of the night. We'd use the church for part of the night. We would go bowling and rent a bowling alley. It was insane. And we would have 50, 100, 150 kids come to these outings for the night because it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy what we did. And they would pay $25 or $50 for the night, and just an absolutely nutty experience. And so I went 5 or 6 years of my life without ever being on New Year's Eve with Debbie. And now on New Year's Eve last night, I did what I'm guessing an awful lot of my friends did. At 65 years old, we laid around, we watched TV. About 9 or 10 o'clock, we heard our grandchildren out here beating pots and pans with their parents, trying to convince them it was already midnight. They'd watched it on TV, putting them to bed. We came out and said Happy New Year with them. Debbie went up and went to bed. I waited up. I wrote some. I read some. Made sure I don't like to watch TV on New Year's Eve. And then at midnight, I yelled Happy New Year's to Debbie and went up to bed. And I remembered all the years where I was in charge of making sure that the event was happening, that the moment was taking place, that everyone was celebrating New Year's Eve, that we counted down together, that we sang together, that we prayed together, and then that we played the rest of the night together, because their parents weren't coming until 7 or 8 o'clock the next morning. People had brought sleeping bags. They would crash. They would do everything. And I remembered what it was like to first take on that role of being the one. And in 2020, you can avoid that if you want. In 2020, you can say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can to avoid being the one. But if you do, there are a lot of people who are going to miss out on a lot of good times. Or you can do it in 2020. You can say, this year, I'm going to take on the responsibility. This year, I'm going to be the one. My resolution is to be the light in the darkness in my neighborhood, to be the light in the darkness of the people around me. And I don't mean because they're dark and evil or anything like that. I mean because, maybe they're sitting in front of a TV set. Maybe they're stuck in front of a computer screen. Maybe they just need someone to draw them out, to make a plan, to set some events, to get them going. And you can say, I'm going to be that one. Because there are an awful lot of people who, if you're not that one, they're not going to get a telephone call. They're not going to call back. And it's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't love you. They're just not that one in your group if you don't take it on. I admire the people that I see who are saying, I'll be the one. And they're putting on the events. They're doing the work. They're facing the challenges that come with being the one. This year, if we want to be the miracle, if we want to step away from being mediocre, if we want to be the ones who people don't say, he was still alive, but instead say, oh, Eric's gone. What we need to do is say, in 2020, I'm going to be the one. One of my resolutions this year is again, this year, to be the one. I want to be the one with you. I want to be the one with you who says, no more mediocrity in my life, only the miraculous. I want to be the one with you that says, together, we can be the miracle. Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to this decade. I really am. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about everything in the past. And I want to be excited about it with you. There's so much good and so much fun and so many adventures to be experienced and discovered. Let's go there together. Let's be the miracle. Let's be the one.